It's been a few days since a certain image dropped from the Magicians of the Shore for the world's most litigious role-playing game. While I have been amused by some of the responses to it, like many things in this space, I found myself disappointed in the discourse surrounding it. At this point, it's devolved beyond discourse, and back into the usual mudslinging from both sides that we've seen since the OGL fiasco back in 2021. This is nothing new, and is in fact almost expected whenever the magicians step into proverbial shit. The community has once again circled back to what fantasy is supposed to be. More often than not, I've seen people equate fantasy to nothing more than whatever their personal preference is, whether it be the Tolkien-esque medieval depiction, or whatever in the blue hell this is supposed to be. At that point, it becomes nothing more than a battle of egos and a legend fight for the soul of D&D. I've played numerous RPGs, from console to tabletop, and I'm going to make a bold assertion. Fantasy is much more than what people make it out to be. According to a snippet from this Wikipedia article that I cherry-picked, fantasy is generally distinguished from the genres of science fiction and horror by an absence of scientific or macabre themes, although these can occur in fantasy as well. This can feature settings that reflect actual Earth, but with some sense of otherness, such as supernatural or magical elements. As loath as I am to say it, what the Magicians of the Shore depict here fits that definition, ridiculous as it may be. Regardless of what others may claim, it appears that most have forgotten the meaning of fantasy, instead choosing to boil it down to a personal bias and anecdotal experience. Worse still is that the world's most litigious role-playing game is nothing more than a battleground between those that allegedly wish to protect tradition, as they so call it, and those that wish to take away the immersion and escapism of what is supposed to be collaborative storytelling, in favor of self-inserts, identity politics, among other things that don't belong in a game. Despite the cries of, "Your table, your rules," we still have people telling others how the game should be played, instead of actually playing the game. These are the same people who, despite having no end of choice of games to play, including older editions of the world's most litigious role-playing game, choose instead to fight amongst themselves for no other reason than to satisfy their egos and get one over on others. I may be young in the hobby, and I've participated in my fair share of trolling, but at this point it's pretty tiring to see things continue in this vein. And I know, I'm just one person in the hobby, but if I can reach at least one person, that's more than enough for me. Thank you for listening to my rant, and hopefully, see you on the trail.